Hello guys, and welcome back to the Benz Collector Snake. Today we're taking a look at the W63 Gelandewagen, better known as the G63 AMG. It's finished in a unique olive green metallic color and was purchased and added to the collection from new back in 2021. That's all there is to talk about the specific history of this car, because what else would happen within 2 years of ownership? So let's move on to the design of the G-Wagon. Some interesting design features on the G-Wagon are, for example, the door hinges that are protruding from the outside, the top-mounted indicator lights on the front fenders, and the overall box-shaped design that has been changed since the first iteration of the G-Wagon when it came out. And on the back we've got a spare wheel cover mounted on the single barn door that opens sideways. Oh, sorry about that. Of course, the AMG badging on the back, AMG and G63. Connecting this monster to the ground are the 21-inch AMG wheels. For that we've got the AMG side exhausts on both sides. And on the side we've also got the AMG V8 bi-turbo badges. Now back to the top-mounted indicators, because this is a specific design feature that can be seen on every generation of G-Wagon. However, with this generation some of these features did undergo some modernization changes. Front headlights, for example, are now the circular LED headbeams compared to the old style H4 glass lights used on all the versions. It's also got a more overall aggressive look to it due to the AMG package, and is also a bit wider than the older versions. Now this huge monstrosity needs a lot of power to propel it forward, because it weighs more than a ton, 2.4 to be exact. And therefore we have a huge powertrain under the hood. Now this powertrain propels this box on wheels to 100 kilometers an hour within 4.5 seconds. Better known as the 177 AMG engine, it produces 585 horsepower and has a maximum torque output of 850 Newton meters. Practically all AMG engines, including this one, have a similar metal plaque on the top of it, from the person that has signed the engine, that also hand-built this engine back in the factory. In this case, Theo Taylor. Now to move on to the interior, which is just pristine. As you can see, the interior just looks the same like in an S-Class, but it's all boxy and rectangular shaped. We've got the beautifully designed white leather seats that are heated and cooled. We've got the knobs at the steering wheel, just like on the GT, to change the driving modes of the car. 2 screens used as the navigation, infotainment and system information display. In the center console we've got 3 individual lock buttons for the differentials. For the front passenger we've also got this gripping bar here on the dashboard, which is also a design feature used on all the G-Wagon versions. We've got Alcantara roof lining, a sunroof, of course climate control, a Burmester sound system with speakers in the doors, in the dashboard and in the back. Talking about the back, we've also got individually controlled climate control system for the rear passengers and the same style seats that are also heated. And of course the trunk space, which can fit as many dogs as you'd like. Back in the day, the G-Wagon was meant and used as a utility and military vehicle. Over the decades, however, it's changed into a pretty iconic fashion statement, whereby models like these, the G63, are used by celebrities for the day-to-day activities, for example grocery shopping. Now of course we have to show you that this G63 is capable of withstanding such important tasks. So let's take it shopping. Well, I think it fulfills the task of a grocery shopper perfectly. So, let's go for a driving impression. jokes aside, it is more than enough capable to do some serious off-roading, but of course this is vehicle in beautiful condition, so we don't want to waste that with any mud or scratches or anything. So we're not taking those risks, but as I said, the powertrain to propel this massive box on wheels is just insane. And to give you a slight example of that, I'll put it in Sport Plus mode for you real quick. Open the windows and have a listen for yourself. I think that says enough, right? But yeah, of course, changing the driving modes, the automatic suspension adjusts itself to more sporty or more comfortable. Of course, also we've got the side bolsters on the seats and on the sitting part that grab a hold of you when driving through corners, roughly. It's just another safety feature. I have to say, it's very weird at first when you are not used to it. You think, who's grabbing my back? But after that you get used to it and it's kind of comfy. It holds you in place and yeah, it's a lot safer in that way. And the sound, the side exhaust when you have the windows open, it just is something you can't get enough of. Also the very high view, the huge windscreen in front of you gives you a lot of view, and because this is an SUV you get to look at the people below you. And of course the Burmester sound system provides enough bass, treble, everything from the music you want to hear. Actually, like I said, it's just a normal S-Class from the inside, but boxier. Everything has a bit more edges to it, but it's still like an S-Class from the inside with the looks of a G-Class from the outside, and that's something you can't beat. With the 3 differential lock in the middle console, you can get to choose whatever range you want when in need. Again, this is still a very capable off-roader, and that's what the G-Class is most known for. If you have any more questions about this car in specific or any other cars from the collection, please let us know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at benchcollector.snake to get more inside info and photos from the cars and the collection in its whole. And be sure to stay tuned for the next video. See ya!